Next, you may recall the Commission's discussion at the July 13th meeting as a follow-up to items on the March 14th, 2019 and April 11th, 2019 agendas. The Commission voted to send a letter that was submitted to the Federal Monitor regarding the Bey case, and I'd like to ask Commission Counsel to report back on the response we received.
Yes, Madam Chair. As you all note in the attachment, it includes the letter that you sent to the court monitor. I received a call from the attorney for the court monitor and expressing the sentiment, and I asked that it be in writing, hence the letter that you see in the attachment, and that is the response from officially from the court monitor.
Excuse me.
Madam Chair, the question around what are we trying to accomplish, we are trying to express, from my understanding of the commission vote, is to express the commission's strong sentiment around the court monitoring to conduct an investigation of what happened back then, and to also acknowledge in writing that he has received the commission's request, and also what the decision is from the court monitor in terms of follow-up, and hence that was expressed in the letter. We gave the court monitor, for lack of a better word, a deadline, and they responded. And so we found it important to put it on the agenda so that you see it, the public see it, and that is the official response. Yes, ma'am. Madam
Commissioner
Chair.
Jackson.
Oh, thank you very much. So when I first saw this response, it said that the commission's letter received extensive attention from the monitor years ago when it first arose. Not only was there no acknowledgement of that letter, but I'm trying to understand what the extensive attention is supposed to be demonstrated by. And so I think that there is some follow-up that is necessary, and whether that's a call from our counsel to his counsel, which is where it sounds like it goes nowadays, that this is not a response. This is just, it's not a response.
We also heard at the last meeting a desire for us to forward this response to council, but I was trying to remember.
City Council.
To City Council. But I'm trying to remember if there was an additional request there. Do you happen to recall? No?
I happen to recall a request for this to be sent to City Council with, I think, a letter of explanation.
Okay, so I'm hearing, so two requests. One, City Council with some sort of explanation, and then also a response back to the Monitor's Council?
Correct, because this doesn't tell us anything. It says he took a lot of time with it, but we have no way and no actionable thing to look at to know that that in fact took time, because it wasn't even acknowledged. Now it's being acknowledged because of the second follow-up letter with a request, but you still don't have a response to what is he going to do, right?
Or what has been done?
Or what has been done, because we have no idea. Thank you.
So how about we take public comment?
On a motion made by Commissioner Gage and seconded by Chair Jackson, myself, the Police Commission voted unanimously not to reopen the closed investigations into IAD numbers 07-0538, 13-1062.
And then come back and discuss whether or not we want to vote to send those two correspondences.
There are no public comments on this item.
Okay, so I would entertain a motion or more discussion, but I would entertain a motion to send a response back to the monitor and forward our letter and response with an explanation of what it is to Oakland City Council.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, so I have a motion and a second. Will we like more discussion, Commissioner Shea? You are discussing, you're just not using words right now.
I understand. Okay, so it sounds like what we can glean from this response is that the monitor allegedly did something with this, whether it was conduct some sort of investigation, sit and look at the letter and consider it for a long period of time, or direct some sort of follow-up or investigation of it. We don't know what it is. We're asking the monitor to clarify that because we want to know what it is that they in fact did do. That part I understand. The purpose of sending it to City Council is the part I don't quite understand.
All I ask this body to do is forward the letter to the City Council, with the demand from the City Council to agendize action on that letter. Are you tired? Okay, well, it doesn't look like you're paying attention.
Alternate Commissioner Peterson,
Present.
Commissioner Shea,
Present.
thank you very much. We do have a quorum, and I am not sure if Mr. Jordan is having some challenges, but we'll announce when he gets back. Okay. In terms of the report out from the closed session,
because of what that second letter might do, as opposed to just say CCing the entire City Council. So I would propose a friendly amendment that instead of two different letters, that we just have one letter directed to the monitor that says, well, this is, or their council, well, this is fine and good, and glad that you've told us that you have done something. We'd like to know what that is, whether that's a report here or in closed session, and then CC our 9 council, the City Council.
I'll accept that friendly amendment.
Commissioner Peterson.
What was your thinking in sending it to the city attorney?
City Council?
City council? rather.
That was
I'm
the
sorry.
request made by Mr. Bey, one. And then two, I have gotten inquiries about Bey matters by council, so I know that it is a high priority for some of them to be kept abreast. And I would say, would they be able to receive the CC without any more context, not knowing about the letter in 2019, or they might need more than a CC to understand the context?
Perhaps the amendment might be that the letter back to the monitor fleshes out a little bit more of the procedural history of all the different requests, the reasons why, the many different meetings, 24 meetings a year approximately, Mr. Bey speaking about it on every agenda item. I'm sure he's spoken about it probably thousands of times at this point, that give rise to why the commission might be interested in what, if anything, the court monitor, who is interested in the proper functioning of IAD and the OPD and NSA, et cetera, might have done about it, which might then inform the City Council what the commission has done about it, or see that we are doing something about it and following up on it. So that's my friendly amendment.
Now that it has been further contextualized, I accept the friendly amendment. I think that probably can be done with brevity.
Okay. So at this point, I will take a vote. No? Does the second need to also accept the amendment? Sorry.
You initially asked to entertain a motion, and I understand Commissioner Jackson made the motion. Someone second. Commissioner Shea is now requesting a substitute, or it sounds more of friendly amendment. So the mover of the motion, Commissioner Jackson, do you accept that friendly amendment?
Yes, I've accepted it
Okay.
several times. I think we're waiting for Commissioner Peterson.
To do the
Who's
second, of
second?
course, yes.
Okay. And then now you
Second.
can do the vote.
All right, Vice Chair Jordan.
Abstain.
Commissioner Howell.
Yes.
Commissioner Shea.
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson.
Yes.
Commissioner Peterson.
Yes.
I'm also a yes. Okay, next we have an update from OPD.